This video is sponsored by iFixit. This is a video that many of you have been asking for a long time. I bought a broken original Xbox to see if I could fix it. And here we go. It is an original Xbox Halo Special Edition. Got a little bit of scratching there, but overall, this looks like it's in very good condition. Seller says it turns on, it just doesn't read a disc. Oh, but we have to be careful. Taking apart or modifying the Xbox may lead to electrical shock, fire, or damage to the Xbox and will void your warranty. Well, let's just test that. I'm gonna open this up and let's see if it starts on fire. I'm gonna be using the iFixit Manta driver kit. One of my favorite things about the Manta driver kit is we've got the small driver as well as the large driver, and we also have small bits as well as larger bits. So when you're working on things that are a little bit bigger or screws that are a little bit tighter, you can use the large driver and that will really put the torque on the screws to enable you to remove them. You can get this kit along with smaller and larger kits at ifixit.com. I've never actually opened up an original Xbox before, so this will be interesting for me and hopefully interesting for you as well. Okay. Top cover coming off. Even on the inside, this machine is nice and clean. Okay, and here we have the hard drive. We got a whopping 10 gig hard drive. And then here is the disk drive over here. And crazy enough, it didn't even start on fire when we took it apart. I'm gonna get this taken apart so we can look at the laser. Now let's take a quick look at the motherboard while we've got it apart. Again, just no dust at all, so that's nice to not have to worry about giving it a good cleaning. So now that we've got the optical disk drive out, let's have a look at it. And there we go. We've got the inside of the disk drive on an original Xbox. I think I can remove this middle piece right here and then have a look at the top side. There we go. There's the magnet that holds our disk down. All right, and there we go. So this is the part that I suspect to be bad. This is the laser. This is the part that moves around and actually reads the disc. Actually, it really doesn't look that dirty, and it would surprise me if it was dirty given the condition of this console. So I think probably the best thing is just replace this whole lens assembly. Now I can remove the old parts and install the new parts. Okay, good so far. Now I'm just gonna give the laser lens a good cleaning with some isopropyl alcohol. I'll rub it around and then blow it off with canned air and make sure there's no debris from the Q-tip. And now I just have to see if I can remember how to put this back together. Okay, and I think the optical disk drive is ready to go. Now I gotta remember how to put it back into the Xbox. And look at that, no electric shock, no fire, and no damage to the Xbox. It's crazy what people can do when they can work on their own stuff. So first, let's see if it turns on. Makes noise, that's good. All right, we got a picture on the screen. So I gotta get it all set up and then we'll test that optical disk drive. So far, everything's working great. I think in order to test the Xbox Halo Special Edition disk drive, the only way you can properly do it is with Halo the game. Let's see if the disk drive ejects, and it does. And here we go. So unfortunately, the disk drive actually isn't even spinning up at all. So I gotta take this thing back apart and see why it's not spinning up. I've already replaced the laser, so we know that's good. So next I gotta figure out why it's not spinning up. So I actually found that the disk I was using was pretty scratched up. It was a disc I bought on Amazon just for this video that was supposedly like new, but unfortunately it was not anything like new. It was very scratched. So now I have another new disc. This one actually is like new. Ironically, this one I bought off of eBay, but it actually was described accurately. So now let's see if the disk drive will spin with this disc. Okay, I do hear it spinning. It's not spinning all the way up though. So I feel like we probably have about two options here. One is the laser that I got for this disk drive may be faulty, or the disk drive itself. So what I'm gonna try is replacing the disk drive itself. If this disk drive works and this one doesn't, then we can probably assume that the laser in this one is good and the new laser that I got for this is probably faulty. And now let's try it with a disk drive that we know is good, or at least what we think is good based on what the seller said about it. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Oh, here we go. This is good news. And there we go. So this Xbox is fixed. This laser lens that I bought was $60 on eBay, and I ended up getting this entire drive for only $75. So I would say that's a pretty good deal, especially given the fact that this disk drive actually works and the laser clearly does not. But we have one other problem. The new disk drive has a black piece on the front, and we need to switch that over to the green. So let's do that next so we can finish the job. So this is something I've definitely never done before. It looks like maybe there's a couple tabs here, and then it slides off maybe. There we go. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. And there we go. And there we go. So now instead of having the typical black faceplate, we've got the Xbox Halo green faceplate. So we've saved another device, this time an original Xbox. I love the Halo green edition, so I'm super glad we're able to fix this one. Thank you so much to iFixit for sponsoring this video. Go to ifixit.com if you're looking for high quality parts and tools, or if you're just looking for repair guides to fix whatever device you're working on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good one.